government chairman, where there were federal housing in all the local governments. And you will find that these housings are no more. People, some were completed. Those that were not completed, the roofs were removed, blocks were removed, and it became probably, it was not a successful project. Senator Ned was asking, how about, even as you are trying to provide housing, are you considering the rural areas? Are you entering partnership in such a way that you will not lose out? Are you, what type of arrangements are you making? Because sometimes government projects, at the end of the day, they end at a price that becomes exorbitant. Because why are you not also considering possibility of acquiring a layout too, and allow people to pick the layout and come out with buildings of your own thinking? Because in the rural areas, particularly local government, in Abuja, yes, when you get a plot, you have a house, you can easily have people taking them off. But in the rural areas, you must also consider that it may not be very easy for somebody to afford your own government-built buildings. Because at the end of the day, what you will be spending as government builders, and you're building a community houses, sometimes it becomes a bit very difficult to have people taking off-takers. So I would want, if we're on the same page, I would want you to categorize your housing estate thinking, the rural and the urban, and find a way in such a way that you will have off-takers. That's what I really wanted to contribute.
The senator representing Omo Central. Sorry, I sort of take a different view. I've tried to look at your presentation, and I can see that the fund has been set up. Am I correct?
Yes,
the fund has been set up, and you intend to roll out.
Yes,
so we've gotten to past the situation, stage at which whether you intend to do it or you don't intend to do it, because you've put things in place. You set up a fund, you've gotten the ARM to set up a fund, and you intend to roll out. I think the most important thing for me really are two things. One is, how do you monitor to ensure that, and I would like you to speak to that specifically, how do you ensure that you are able to recoup the investment? Because you have investors putting in the money, apart from Ministry of Finance Incorporated. How do you ensure that at the end of the day, you are able to recoup this money? And let me tell you why. I don't share the view that you should not go into housing. I don't share that view. However, I think that you should pay more attention to the lower level investment. You know, people have said here that, oh, there are no off-takers. Yes, there are no off-takers because the houses are too expensive. That's the truth. So I would go and borrow money at 30%. I'm not going to go on the way to Nasarawa. I'm going to go to Meitama at my 30%, build a house. The land itself is already 1 billion. So who is going to buy it from me? So the market shrinks. However, I would expect that what you will be targeting is mid-level to low level. Because those are the people who actually cannot borrow at 30%. They form the bulk of tenants who are looking for how they can pay a mortgage for 10 years, who have a steady income, but cannot put down 50 million, 100 million to build a house. That, for me, is your target market. And the truth of the matter is that if we really want to give people shelter in Nigeria, government has to get involved. That's the truth. So I subscribe to what you are doing, but I think the monitoring is the key issue here. If we really want to give our people shelter, government has to get involved to provide cheap houses for people to buy, but middle to low level. 2-bedroom flats, 2-bedroom bungalows, little houses that people can buy. But once, and I don't believe that your target market is Maitama or Asukuru. Okay? Abi? That can be your target market. Exactly. So I have a totally different view. I think that what we should concentrate more is how do you monitor the investment that you made to ensure that people pay back. And I would believe that the greatest market will be people who have, for example, civil servants, who have a tenured employment, who you can say, if a man is earning 200,000 or 150 today, if he pays me 50,000 over the next 10 years, he will pay down the loan. And like they do abroad, you then take an insurance. If he dies tomorrow, insurance pays. So for me, it's to monitor it as opposed to not to provide it. But you must choose your target market. Your target market cannot be Asukuru or Mitama. Thank you very much.